Warm greetings to everyone. We are inaugurating the event. Then we will open the curtains. A very warm greetings to everyone present here. Let us start this event with prayer song. गणनायकाय गणदेवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रवेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि.
Respected guests, faculty members, and honored chief guest, welcome to the introductory program for the National Level Faculty Development Program on Amazon Web Services. The program is going to be organized by Inauguration Solutions India Private Limited in collaboration with AICTE, with over 250 engineering colleges hosting the program. This intensive one-week program is designed to equip faculty members with the necessary skills and the knowledge to leverage the power of AWS in their teaching and research activities. This program will be held for 1 week, where various topics related to AWS will be discussed and will help in the upskilling of the technical proficiency of participants.
Good evening, everyone. Now, let us know about our host, Brainovision. Inauguration Solutions India Private Limited, established in 2016, bridges software development and technical education in the corporate sector. Partnered with All India Council for Technical Education, known as AICTE, they align workshops, internships, and faculty programs for accreditation. With 500 plus workshops, 200 plus hackathons, and 100 plus faculty programs, they have upskilled over 2 lakh students, fostering industry-ready professionals. Operating as a hub for brands, students, and faculty, They offer tailored software solutions, industrial training, and seamless talent acquisition. Brainovision's efforts harmonize education with industry, advancing India's tech sector. Their collaborations underscore dedication to nurturing technical prowess and fostering technology advancements.
Ganesh, can I continue or?
Sir, one minute.
See, I need to leave by 7. Okay, so if you allow me,
Yeah.
I will.
Sure. 1 minute, sir. 1 minute, sir.
The All India Council for Technical Education, AICTE, is a national level apex advisory body which conducts surveys on the facilities available for technical education and promotes development in the country in a coordinated and integrated manner. Which leads me into introducing the chief guest presiding over the program, Dr. Buddha Chandrasekhar sir, the Chief Coordinating Officer of the AICTE. Dr. Buddha Chandrasekhar sir is an expert in various technologies, has business knowledge spanning many domains, is an entrepreneur and a leader with a go-getter attitude. Sir has served as an architect behind over 180 technology-based systems, with a prominent example being the revolutionary Anuvadani Chutki real-time translation system developed in India. Sir has led the team and played a major role in the development of this innovative AI-powered voice and document translating tool with support for over 22 regional Indian and foreign languages. The tool is now helping break language barriers and unifying India and the rest of the world under the principles of one earth, one family, and one future. Sir aims to make India the education and knowledge capital of the world by providing education, technology, skill-based training, internships, entrepreneurship opportunities, startup incubation, and an innovation-based ecosystem to the youth of India. Dr. Buddha Chandrasekhar sir is leading the Ministry of Education's National Educational Alliance for Technology Initiative, the Internship Enterprise Portal, the Artificial Intelligence Language Translation Project, and has distributed free digital content to over 450 crore higher education students alongside leading various student upskilling initiatives. Without further ado, I would like to invite sir to address the audience.
Namaste to all, and what a wonderful day. I see so many colleges and all are coming together and working as a team India and learning the recent upgraded technologies. So I think this is a sign of country moving from a developing nation to a developed nation. And I'm so happy to see so many good evenings. So good evening to everyone. And I would like to first of all thanks Brainovision for conducting this wonderful FDP. Where the faculty is going to get trained on the advanced technologies, because the emerging technologies always play a major role, not only for the industries, for the academia also. Because unless until a faculty gets empowered with the emerging technologies, there is no way that they can empower and they can decimate and share that knowledge with the students. So I'm so happy to see this. And at the same time, I was really amazed the kind of registrations happened. It's more than 28,000. And then I see, a lot of good evenings, and I know most of them. I'm very happy to see that, all are coming together to participate in this wonderful program. And dear friends, as you know, our country is a youthful nation, with a highly skilled workers, and technology is our strength and speed and the doing jugaad, and at the same time, the trustworthiness, which is very important for success in 21st century. So Indians are zooming ahead, in all these prospects. As you already know, in last 8 years, we have received more than 392 billion US dollars as a US, as a FDI inflows. So what it really means is that we are going to become a Vishwaguru once again, like, how we used to be a Vishwaguru few decades back, where we used to have Nalanda and Takshashila kind of universities. And the knowledge-based society is what we are creating. That's the beauty of this entire outcome. And as you know, a few years back, we used to receive investments only on IT, BPM, but now we are receiving investments on auto components, automobiles, aviation, biotechnology, chemicals, construction, food processing, of course, IT, BPM, KPM, leather, media, mining, oil and gas, pharmaceutical, sports, railways, roads and highways, renewable energy, space, textiles, garments, thermal power, tourism, wellness. I mean, you name it, Indians are moving forward, marching ahead. And, our Chandrayaan 2 is history. What it really means is, we are not only marching ahead, on this, under this earth, even we are marching ahead on the moon. I think what an extraordinary days we as Indians are enjoying. And all this kind of investments is going to result more than 10 crore direct and 40 crore indirect opportunities by 2024. And if you see the kind of a little Bimaru states, what we used to call few years back, now become a developed states like Uttar Pradesh. If you go to Uttar Pradesh now, you will see vast development is happening. Not only in Uttar Pradesh, across the country, even, even the tier 2 cities, slowly, the development is moving towards tier 2 cities. And there's a lot of companies are investing in tier 2 cities, and which is going to generate millions of employment, not only for the city-based students and faculty, to the tier 2 level city, based faculty as well as to the students. But in order to get the empowerment, skilling and reskilling, it is very, very important to understand the industry needs, right? So that's where the National Education Policy 2020 comes into picture. And we analyzed the requirement of Industry 4.0 and 5.0. And with help of the advanced technologies, we are empowered and recharged all the educational policies in order to skill and reskill the faculty as well as the student for their better future. I mean, this is what the entire national education policy is all about. And I'm so happy to see that, the companies like Braino Vision, is taking the step forward and giving an opportunity to all the faculty to learn together. Very, very important, because, till now all are working like this as an individual. Individually Indians are the best of the best, no doubt about it. If you see, Indians are everywhere. But as a team, right, I think, that is where I always, try to focus and emphasize on. Because if you see few countries, like our neighboring countries, why they have, bankrupted because of their education system. And there is no proper teacher to guide and educate the students. That's the reason all of those countries, even though they have enough, resources, still they got bankrupted. And a few are on the verge of bankrupt because the teacher is the one who makes or breaks the country. Here I see that, the teacher, the faculty is ready to inspire, ready to empower, ready to assess, ready to create a better structure, and wants to become a co-pilot in learning along with the student. I think, very, very important, because the students always needs a guidance, and they need some kind of a project ideas, they need to understand the market, the market analysis, and, what is the driving, for a better employment, or, or to become a startup or an entrepreneur. I think the teacher is the one who can guide all this, because as an individual, I strongly believe that every teacher, because the teacher is the center of this entire educational universe. So the more they learn, the more knowledge they disseminate, and the more knowledge they share with the students as well as the fellow faculties. Recently we did one program on Tableau, and I was so happy to see that so many institutes started utilizing Tableau. And I'm sure after this 5 days of knowledge sharing sessions, because I don't say learning, because you already know everything, but you may be upgrading yourself to the next level, because India is going to become a global supply chain for the entire world. The more lots of manufacturing companies, if I take the last 4 years record, more than 1,000 huge plants, the automobile plants, mobile plants, or any electronic based applicant, plants, all those manufacturing companies like automobile companies, auto component companies, petro companies, all are going to setting a shop in India. What it really means is India is going to create a product or a service, and we are going to distribute this to the entire world. So don't you think we need a better researching opportunities and better innovation opportunity for our faculty? Of course, the answer is yes. Unless until we have these emerging technologies, knowledge, and real-time implementation knowledge with us, we can't really work on this industry 4.0 and 5.0 kind of a technology. So, example, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, blockchain-based, big data, automation, robots, the mobile technology, the cloud computing, in cloud you have SaaS, PaaS, you have mesh applications, you have a lot of, very advanced auto scaling applications, 3D printing, UI, UX, energy technology, cyber security, voice assistance, nanotechnology, collaborative technology, health technology, human computer interaction, geospatial technology. A lot of people are not focusing, but huge opportunities on GIS, GPS, mapping, remote sensing, scanning, navigation. As you know, India is coming up with our own navigational system. I think advanced materials, nanomaterials, touch materials, wireless technology, clean technology, quantum computing is going to play a major role. Quantum computing is going to play a major role not only on the computing side, but on the superpower computers, our missions itself are going to get empowered so much that there is no lag in the data transmission from one place to another place. And if you remember recently, Honorable Prime Minister is talking about the 6G technology. I mean, the world is trying to implement the 5G, and India is talking about 6G implementation, 6G research, and and so on and so forth. What it really means is that when we have a forward-thinking government, I think this is a right opportunity to not only learn and share this knowledge, with everyone. I think that's very, very important. And I would like to highlight one thing, that India is the second largest telecom market. Most of us never realized this, but if you go to even a small remote village, there you will have the telephone signal as well as at least, the 3G level kind of a connection. What it really means is that, if you compare with any developed nations where the internet penetration is not more than 30 to 40% across the country. Example, if you go to China, if you leave those 10 or 20 major cities, the internet penetration is very low. And the telecom market, the signaling system is not that great like, in our country. Recently, I've been to one place called Aruku, and, there I have taken a live webinar like this. So I was so happy to see that, as you know, Aruku has a very difficult terrain. Still there we have a very best of the best signal. Almost I'm touching 4G. I'm not saying it's a 4G signal, but we are having a 3G signal in that level, and we are able to communicate, and we are able to digitally transfer the data from one place to another place. What it really means is those villagers who staying in the small remote village areas, they can also produce their goods or a product and sell that in the market. But as they are not digitally literate, I think, they will, people like you needs to help them so that they will, earn better money. And as you know, what happened a few years back, when China and India were on the same GDP level, what happened? China adopted the industry 2.0 and 3.0, and they moved forward and become a developed nation. I think, now it's a time for India, and, we need to adopt this industry 4.0 and 5.0. And in that, the artificial intelligence and cloud plays a major role. And the kind of a programs what we are talking about, which is not only going to store the information, where you will have a huge big data, where you can do a lot of predictive analysis, you can create a real-time, decision-making systems, you can create a machine-enabled or artificial-enabled, prospective analysis, you can do a mission diagnostics. I mean, a lot of opportunities are available. I think, I think we all need to look into that from that perspective. And I always have a dream, like, when we can able to produce millions of IT engineers in our country across the globe, why don't we generate millions of cybersecurity professionals, millions of automobile engineers, millions of data analytics engineers, millions of teachers, millions of researchers, millions of innovators? I think there is a sky is a limit for Indians, because we are the best of the best, not only from the technology point of view, we are the best of the best on doing jugaad also. You can find any solution, from if given any problem. Because in Gita, there is a saying, for every problem, there is a solution. That's what Krishna Bhagavan says. Initially, I never believed, but slowly I experienced it, saying that, for every problem, there is a solution. When God creates a problem, he creates a problem with the solution. I think this is a wonderful opportunity for our students as well as for the faculty, mainly for the faculty, because till now what happened, there is no industry association, there is no real-time scenarios, there are very few innovation and research opportunities. But now the companies are opened up their doors. They are saying, you are welcome, you please come and look into the problem statements what industries are facing, and please resolve it using with help of your students and with the infrastructure what you have, and the kind of right and left brain alignment, what teacher has. The best of the best thing what basically the teacher has, which others don't have, is the kind of a capabilities of connecting the right and left brain and figuring out a solution out of it. I think that's what we need to understand, that that's our strength. I think we need to play with our strength and take it forward from there, and try our best to do the best, not only for the industries, for our fellow faculty also. So what I request is, let's say you finish this AWS faculty development program, you please teach this to, like in Chiranjeevi says, right? If you help 3 people, let that 3 people help other 3 people, right? So create a chain of learning. This chain of learning will basically, give you so much happiness, which you are continuously doing, because every year the batch of students change. You are creating the chain, and you are creating so many best of the best brains who can serve this entire world. So similarly, I request not only you preserve this knowledge with you, you share this with your fellow faculty, and at the same time, I request within the 10 kilometers of your college radius, I'm sure there are a lot of small villages, there are a lot of small slums. You please share this knowledge with them. Let them also get some kind of an education. I think, which is very, very important. And at the same time, as we got an opportunity and Brainovision giving this opportunity, you please encourage them to penetrate through your other student development programs, as well as, any other activities, because I know that they do a lot of hackathons also, and very beautifully well crafted and well planned. I mean, I sometimes I think that, why I'm not studying engineering now, because plenty of opportunities are opened up for the students and faculty for the learning and for doing innovation. And as you know, there are a couple of programs from Ministry of Education where we encourage the institute, the faculty, as well as students coming together and working on the projects. So what happens, you all can learn with each other, and you can utilize the existing infrastructure of your institute. And as you know, language is another barrier. So as my favorite subject is that, we have created a tool called Anuvadini, which translates from any Indian language to any Indian language, or any foreign language to Indian language, or any Indian language to foreign language. It's an extraordinary tool where you can write and compose your own document, including the entire format as it is. Or you can translate any existing book you have to any Indian language or foreign language. And it has a lot of voice services, and it has few provisions where you can translate the video from one language to any other Indian language, etc. So I request you please browse through Anuvadini, and if you search in Google Anuvadini space ACT or Anuvadini, you will get the first link. I request all of you to please go through and try to see how you can utilize that and just play with it, because we want more data. There are something called Bhashadan, where you can go and contribute a language. Let's say Sanskrit and Telugu, so you can contribute both together in the system, so that we will give this feed into our data for the data training to all our models which we have created. I'm so happy to share that it's our own Make in India tool, for which we want to give it for free of cost to all the poor students. and as well as to the faculty and the institutes. Because the thought process, as you know, that, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas is what the vision of the Honorable Prime Minister. Unless until we give the content in the local language, which the mother language for the student, there is a discrimination. So that is where, we would like, we request all of you to utilize this tool and try to, give the content in the local language also. I'm not saying you disconnect English, but I'm saying, one side you can have English book, the other side you can have your local language, so that the better understanding, the understanding will increase. At the same time, the student will become more empowered. And the minute he will get empowered, he will try to do his best for his entire family. The minute the faculty and students get empowered, the entire society will move forward. That is where I see it's all interrelated, and I strongly believe and urge all of you to keep this in mind, that, the education system is the one which is driving this entire country and the entire economy of this country. So I think, we need to take things into our hand and teach all this, what all we are learning to the students. And, maybe they may not be from your college, it's okay, but, but let them learn. I think let our country flourish and let our country become a knowledge capital of the world. So by saying that, I thank all of you, because I need to go and attend one meeting with Minister Ji. So I need to rush now. I wish best of luck to all of you. Maybe next time I will try to take some questions. Maybe I request Brainovision team, Ganesh Ji, to take up all the questions and keep it for me, so that, when I get a chance, I will get back to you. I wish best of luck to all of you, and happy learning. Let us all work together as a team India, and let us take our country forward, because fortunately, unfortunately, we never got an opportunity to participate in the independence, where, our Gandhi ji, Nehru ji, Subhash Chandra Bose, they all contributed. I think it's a time for us to share the knowledge and make our country towards a developed nation. I think, that is what we need to take it forward, so that we will feel so proud, when we become old, we all feel proud that, we did something for the country. I thank all of you, and let's be in touch. I hope you have my email ID and contact number, or you can please take it from Ganesh ji. And I'm happy to interact with the students, because I see they are the one who can take our country forward. So let us all work together, and I wish best of luck to everyone. Thank you very much.
Sir, thank you so much, sir. Sir, 1 minute, we'll take a group picture. Like everyone, kindly please switch on your. Everyone, kindly please switch on your videos. Just take a photo, group photo. Sir, 1 minute, sir.
And if you see, right, this is the non-teaching hours. You all are online. It means, it shows the interest. And I see young faces also. I'm so happy, because, they are the one who's going to take our country forward. So nothing wrong in learning. Every day is a learning day. I'm very happy to see young, bright faces, and a lot of senior faculty. You please guide them, and let us continue our Guru Parampara, which basically made our country as a Vishwaguru. So as we treat the entire globe, every citizen in the country, in the world, is our, our family members. So why can't our fellow faculty, our student is our family member? I think, that we need to keep that in mind. And my apologies, I need to leave now. So I wish best of luck once again. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Sir, thank you so much, sir, for wonderful time. So really, we are very happy to be here. So I know that, like, it's time to leave. You have, you said you have an appointment with minister.
Thank you, sir. Your presence here has added a layer of significance and honor to the event. Your insightful speech was not only informative, but also inspirational. Dear friends and faculty member, I take honor in welcoming someone who's experienced business operations specialist with a demonstrated history of working in the computer software industry. Yes, that's none other than the CEO and the founder of Brainovision, Mr. Ganesh Nag. He is professionally skilled in management, business development, recruiting and research, strong consulting professional with Master of Business Administration focused in marketing and management from JNTUH affiliated college. He is a speaker and educated more than 1 lakh students, faculty, and cooperative executives. Sir's remarkable record of cycling from Hyderabad to Visakhapatnam, that is more than 700 kilometers in 7 days to create awareness on Black Day of India, will always stay as a point to be pondered. Now, I would like to call upon Mr. Ganesh Nag sir, the founder and CEO of Brinovision, to speak a few words.
Yeah, thank you so much. And first of all, I would like to thank my guru, Dr. Buddha Chandrasekhar sir. And thank you so much, sir, for in this hectic time, you joined here and addressing all the faculties and motivating everyone. And it's not so easy. And I'm seeing from past 3-4 years. So, like, I mean, past 3-4 years, you are very active, and daily you are moving to different cities. And I don't know how you are getting that much energy. So traveling this much, and as well as various, I mean, all over the India, every corner you are moving and addressing people. And so, whatever the product you are developing, language translation tool. So it's really helpful for many people. Like many people are using now. Thank you so much, sir, for your time and everything. And so, and I would like to thank all the host colleges and majorly all the coordinators. So who work really, I mean, nearly 30,000 registrations we got because of you only. So definitely we work together like this, and we can, as I said, we can make India Vishwaguru. So it's not possible without all your support. And coming to the point, like faculty development program, national level faculty development program. So yeah, so 250 colleges in. So around 200 colleges. So I'm just these are the colleges I think so it might be displayed. And from past almost 2 months, all the colleges going for registrations and all. Okay, and poster presentations, poster launches, and valedictory functions your colleges, universities. So it's not so easy task. So definitely it's marvelous to, and I really I never expected this much crowd to join in this program. We actually aimed for only 20,000 members, but finally we got 30,000 members. So here is the host colleges. Here is the host colleges. So if I miss one or two callers, I'm really sorry, sir, ma'am. So, but definitely, Brainovision. So we have started this one in 2016, and as well as we collaborate with many colleges. Right. So the agenda is faculty development program on AWS. Why we are keeping this faculty development program? So to reach all the faculties to every corner. Okay. Now AWS having a lot of future, and everyone talking about AWS outside. And there are really a lot of future. That is the reason actually we choose AWS now. And coming to the points, like I discussed some points which is very, very important. I mean, outside many colleges, they are thinking like this year might be okay. So the recruitments might be slow down. And my suggestion is, so every college need to start something startup activities. Recently, we collaborate with the ISF and as well as TAL. So where we are solving sustainable development goals. Okay, so we are where we are working with closely sustainable development goals. Every faculty should adopt sustainable development goals. As everyone knows, there are 17 sustainable development goals. So everyone try to work at any goal, and everyone should understand. The thing what, where, when, why, how. This is very, very important to every faculty or any student or any college, anyone, everyone. That is more important, and everyone choose at least one sustainable development goal, and as well as niche startups to start the startups in your colleges. And there are a lot of competition. Recently, we conduct a competition, and we spread to many colleges. We share the links to many colleges, and very few student registered. So because there are many colleges not started it, the startup culture in their colleges. This is very, very important, and the hackathons are very more important. And we should teach design thinking and everything in the colleges. And so once again, thank you so much to giving this opportunity to everyone, all the colleges and all the faculty members and all the coordinators. Once again, a special thanks to all the coordinators. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I express my gratitude to the CEO and founder of Brainovision for his enlightening speech. Thank you so much, sir. Now, we shall know about the colleges participating in this event. Our national level FTP on AWS has garnered participation from more than 250 prestigious colleges across the country who have graciously taken on the roles of hosts. Through their admirable commitment and contributions, we have achieved a substantial registration milestone of more than 30,000 attendees. The collaborative spirit among the coordinators from these host colleges has been instrumental in fortifying and enriching the program. Their dedicated efforts have added a new level of strength to the initiative as a whole.
I'd like to move on with providing instructions for our faculty development program. We kindly request all the participants to complete the feedback form after each session of faculty development program. The link to today's feedback form will be provided in the chat box at the conclusion of today's session. This form will remain accessible until tomorrow morning. Additionally, we urge all the participants to ensure their presence in the Telegram group. Important daily session updates will be posted in the Telegram group. Moving forward, we are delighted to extend a heartfelt invitation to SSV Surabhi Ma'am to be a part of our upcoming session. SSV Surabhi Ma'am is a highly accomplished cloud engineer and software developer with extensive expertise in her field. Having successfully trained over 50,000 students and faculty members, she has played a vital role in various technical programs conducted by BrainOcean. She served as network engineer at Technip Energies in France, demonstrating her skills in a global setting. Her contributions also extend her tenure at TechM, where she contributed to the development of Microsoft Bing's search engine as a data analyst in France. Given her vast experience and impactful work, SSV Surabhi Ma'am's presence at our event promises to provide valuable insights and knowledge to all the participants. Welcome, Ma'am.
Thank you so much for all the given introduction for me. So good evening, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. So, and I'm thankful to Buddha Chandrasekhar Garu and Brinovision team for organizing this FDP so that the knowledge of cloud computing will reach everybody from all the corners of India. So I hope everybody is doing well and I'm audible enough. Am I audible properly to all of you? Like, can you just confirm me that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, nice. So just to start ahead with, can I ask you some few questions like what do you all know about AWS for the moment? Thank you for confirming. So it is a cloud service. Okay, thank you, Toba. What else do we know about cloud services or AWS services? A learning platform towards cloud skills. Okay. On-demand services, cloud service provider, it's an emerging technology. Yes, exactly. There are data center, host web applications. Yes, delivery of cloud applications. Yes, yes. All these things, whatever you are telling to me, are actually, correct. So we can do so many things and number of things that we cannot even compile right now. So I'll give a basic introduction to AWS first of all, so that even without any prior knowledge or with some prior knowledge also, everybody will be able to understand this week's course. So without getting any delay, let me share my screen first of all. I hope you all can see my screen as well. Okay. So in this, with this PPT, I just want to cover up the agenda of knowing the basic things about AWS, what is a cloud, what are the companies that are using AWS, and how is the global infrastructure and their services and their pricing goes on. So without wasting any more time, what is AWS? What do we know about AWS? Instead of it is just a cloud thing or something specific, I'm looking for something specific. It's a secure cloud platform that offers database storage, content delivery, and compute power to personal and business users. Thank you, Rupali. It is in fact correct. Pay for what we use, yeah. Amazon Web Services provided for IT infrastructure. Can pay and store our data, provide SaaS, PaaS, and AS. Yes, Shweta Agarwal. So it has so many things. Okay. So yes. Please don't write on the screen. So Amazon Web Services is a subsidiary of Amazon.com that provides on-demand cloud computing platforms to individuals, companies, and governments on a paid subscription basis with a free tier option available for 12 months. So if we want to buy anything from Amazon, we go for Amazon.fr, right? .in. So for any other country, it has some extension. In this case, Amazon.com, many of us will think it is a commercial website, where in case actually it is representing the country US. So it is a part of the whole organization of Amazon, apart from the retail section or the manufacturing section or the carrier section. So it is one of the part of Amazon.com, which provides on-demand cloud computing platforms to individuals, companies, and governments on a paid subscription basis. Okay, so and apart from this paid subscription basis, like how we have LinkedIn Premium or YouTube Premium, like for 30 days, what it is offering us is 1 year full. 1 year full free tier option, so that sorry, there was a little noise from my end, so I was just muted myself. So with a free tier option, like how we get YouTube Premium and LinkedIn Premium, but there are some limitations to it. Like few of the people, got some bills unnecessarily because they have forgot about some resources, turning them off or overusing the free tier option. So if you follow whatever that I'm trying to tell you, you should steer clear away from the bill. So we have got, like, when we want to buy a car, we'll take it to a test drive, right? But we can't take it to Goa and say it is a test drive, because there are some limitations to it for the test driving cars also. In the similar way, AWS also have some test drive, free tier option limitations, which we need to follow, for all the free tier time. Post that, it depends on us if you want to pay the bill or not. Okay, so that is what basically AWS is providing cloud computing platforms to individuals, governments, and companies. Now let us divide this cloud computing word into two. What is cloud? Basically, what do we know about cloud? Can you use the option to raise your hands to tell me how many of us are using Android here? Android mobiles? How many of us are using iPhones? How many of us are using iPhones here? There are around 20 people who are using Android. And there are around 20 people who are using iPhones as well, like iOS. So in our phones, we got this, like for all the Xiaomi users or for the Vivo users, for iPhone users, you see something called MIUI Cloud, Vivo Cloud, iCloud, Samsung Cloud, OnePlus Cloud. I don't know why we are all using this particular cloud. Did we install it or did we get it along with our phones? We got it along with our phones, right? Because earlier when India is at the digital starting phase, we have to carry some memory cards. We used to get a memory card slot inside our little phones where we have to change the memory card every time we want. Every time we go over the storage for 32 GB, 16 GB, 8 GB. But nowadays we no more require it because everything is in the air, because everybody has got this cloud thing in your phones where we can store our information. And even if we lose our phones today, we don't need to worry anymore, because if you simply buy another phone of the same company and just log in with your credentials, all your information is back to normal. It is like your usual phone. Even the home screen button or the home screen pictures are also back along with the new phone. It doesn't feel like a new phone. So that is the added advantage that we get from the cloud service. So let us see basically what the cloud is. So the cloud refers to the servers that are accessed over the internet and the databases that run on those particular servers. Okay, so cloud servers are located in data centers all over the world. By using cloud computing, users and companies do not have to manage physical servers. That is the one of the most important thing why everybody is using cloud services, because they don't need to manage any physical servers themselves or run the software applications themselves, because somebody else is doing it for them. We just need to connect to it or use it and pay for it. That's it. So that's how easy it has become. So these are all, that is what actually cloud is. So now, after knowing what is cloud, let us see the complete word, which is cloud computing. What is cloud computing? What do we know about it? What is cloud computing? Now that we understood the term of cloud properly, what is cloud computing? Sharing computing resources, computing services over the internet. What else? It is different services over the internet. On-demand IT resources, demand and scalability of services, performing some operation at cloud level. Okay. Virtualization of hardware and software on demand. So to simply put, cloud computing is the delivery of computing services. So it includes so many things: servers, storages, databases, networking, analytics, software, intelligence over the internet. Okay. So to offer faster innovation, in the sense of faster innovation, normally to get a physical server up and running, it would take 2 hours to 2 days. But what if I tell you, you can launch thousands or thousands of servers within few minutes? That is the faster innovation it is giving us. And flexible resources. If I go up to a Reliance digital store and ask for Linux OS with 1000 CPU and 1000 GB of RAM and 200 TB of hard disk, they would look at me and they would think that I'm crazy. But AWS will not say that. It'll just like it says that okay, that is the specification you want, I'm going to give it to you. So it is flexible at giving the resources, and it economizes the scale. Okay, so basically you typically pay for only what you use, so which will help lower your operating costs, run your infrastructure more efficiently, and scale as your business needs change, which is very important to any corporate organization nowadays. So coming to the benefits of this, cloud computing thing. So these are some of the benefits of cloud computing services. Like it is cost efficient, it is faster, it is it has the global scalability, it offers productivity, and it affects the performance of any organization, and it is a very reliable friend where where the disaster management and data recovery is not only easier but inexpensive as well, which is very expensive nowadays. And with AWS, it is very, very easy and inexpensive. And it offers a huge amount of security as well. So these are all some of the benefits of cloud computing. Now that we have reached the benefits of cloud computing, basically the cloud services are divided into two types. One is the deployment models and the other ones are the service models. So deployment models are again divided into four types, which are public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and a community cloud. And the service models are divided into IaaS, PaaS, SaaS, and FaaS, which most of us like have it in our academics about as passengers, but earlier they used to fit. But according to the new trend and everyday transformations that are happening in the corporate world, so many service models has emerged, out of which fast is like the the current trendy service that everybody is using. So public cloud is basically where somebody else will do everything for you, and you just need to use it like you own it. So everybody can use it and it is for everybody. And private cloud is as you can see here, usually resides behind a firewall and are utilized by a single organization only. So it is restricted towards a single organization's agenda. Hybrid cloud is the combination of both the things, where both public clouds and private clouds are there, and they too interact seamlessly. And there is a community cloud as well, so a collaborative one, uh, and a multi-tenant platform used by several distinct organizations to share the same applications. So users are typically operating within the same industry or field. So something like almost Flipkart, Amazon, all the e-commerce businesses, sometimes they have this community cloud, where similar applications will come out and similar resources are being used in the same platform. So that is where the community cloud comes to the picture. So service models, these are the earlier service models. So SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. So SaaS is basically where a third-party cloud service provider will help you, uh, what I should say, it will help you create all your applications and you use it like you own it, like a tenant renting a room from a landlord. Basically, that landlord maintains the whole room, but the tenant uses like they own it. So SaaS applications are like Salesforce, Chipmunk, Open Slack. All these are examples for SaaS applications. So what do we know about PaaS? The current thing that we are learning actually. What is PaaS? Does anybody have any idea? Platform as a service. Can you give an example for PaaS? Actually, you can simply give our AWS service that we are currently using, Azure, AWS, these are all very good examples of PaaS here, because we can actually create so many things using so many databases or development tools or operating systems by taking from AWS. So it is like while we are building a house now, so we don't buy those concrete machines, or we don't buy all the supporting wood and iron. We just rent it, but build our own house, right? So PaaS applications are something like that, where we can get all the equipment that we need, but we can build our own applications. And what is AS? Can anybody tell me what is AS? So in infrastructure as a service, what we can do? What happens in infrastructure as a service? So in infrastructure as a service, basically you will get the storage servers and the networking storage from the third party services, but you should have all your building equipment, like the remaining operating systems, databases, all the development tools that you would have to have your own in order to build your application. So that is what AS is all about. Now coming to FAS, these are all examples for SaaS, PaaS, and AS. So Salesforce is a good example of SaaS, and Heroku is a good example of PaaS, like along with AWS and all. So what is PaaS here? Function as a service. So it is also called as a serverless computing. So in this, what happens is it divides the whole thing into a small chunks, and whenever we require something, it would only work for that part. For example, we rent a home. We use like while we want to watch a TV, we'll use only living room. While eating, we'll only use dining room, and we'll pay only for such kind of services. And scaling is also possible in fast applications here. So scaling as the business needs change, it can duplicate and it can scale up as well. So function as a service will not run on a dedicated machines or servers. That is why it is called as serverless computing. So these are all examples for FAS, function as a service, and all the other service models together. So here we can see CSP providers, servers, network, data storage you maintain, OS applications, and data security in AS. So this is a little simpler explanation to all the services that we use. So PaaS includes infrastructure plus services like a platform to run your apps, middleware, and database management system. SaaS applications that is accessible over the internet, popular for remote working process. Serverless, that means fast, is responsible for scaling the application whenever you require the scaling. Pay for server capacity on demand. So basically, when we have Black Fridays or Diwali sales, there is a huge request for scaling your application, because there will be a huge traffic to it. So this is what as PaaS and SaaS, and along with FAS we know. So I'm going to show you some companies that are using AWS. Basically, some enterprises, some ISVs, some system integrators, some hot startups or that are built on AWS. And let's see how many you can recognize actually. So what other companies do you recognize here? Samsung, Unilever, SAP, TCL, Tata Motors, yes. Toshiba, yes. Netflix, Nokia, yes. Discovery, yes. These are the system integrators on AWS. I think we can recognize Wipro, Deloitte, Capgemini, Infosys, Atos, Smartronics, Cognizant, Accenture, DataPipe, yes. So these are ISVs on AWS. So we have IBM, Heroku, Autodesk, Intel, Splunk, Adobe, yes. And now let us come to the hottest startups. Okay, these are the government agencies and educational institutions worldwide that are using AWS services, like NASA, Paris Business School, Harvard. We have City of Melbourne using it. So many government websites are using these things. MIT, PBS, is. So these are the startups. So how many startups do you recognize here? Drive AI, TransferWise, Airbnb, Reddit, BlaBlaCar, Quora, yes, Stripe, Chime, GitLab, yes. So I have showed you like n number of companies, right? So out of all these companies, two biggest companies which are known internationally are 100% dependent on only AWS. Like because always the companies use 60% this, 80% this and that. Like we can't expect a company like NASA could only place its trust on single organization. So it has so many organizations tied up to it. Similarly, uh, so many companies that are using or build on AWS are using it like 70 to 80% or 60 to 50% to their application or their website. But there are two companies which are 100% relied upon only AWS. Can we guess what are those two? Can we guess what are those two? Well, yeah, one is Amazon. Thank you, Asim. So it is obvious. One is definitely Amazon. No, Yusuf, it is not Google Cloud. They'll feel sad because they have their own cloud, which is GCP. Like many of you are saying, like Muradilla ma'am, Pragati Goel ma'am, and so many others, like Veena ma'am, Netflix. Yes, Netflix is 100% dependent upon only AWS. So Amazon and Netflix, you know how big those companies are. So if it is feeling secured enough to use AWS for their application or the website building, you can imagine how safe it is to build our own applications and deploy as well. So these are all the companies that are using AWS. So I have a little question. Like, we are downloading so many applications from our Play Store, right? How does any application go to Play Store? Like, if we want to install Instagram or anything, or any gaming app or anything, we have to go to App Store or Play Store to download that particular application. So how does any application go to that store, be it Play Store or App Store? How is it made available for the public? Cloud deployment. Developer does it. I'm not talking about building the application at all. All the application is built and you have everything. You just need to make it available for the public. So imagine that I have created an application called TikTok. Okay. So first we need to buy some space in the server space inside that particular store, be it a Play Store or an App Store. Okay. So, and then what happens is you can make it available for the public. Now everybody can start downloading it from the Play Store or App Store. So when we have, a business plan, we'll have that, okay, in 2 months, I'm going to target these audience. In 3 months, I'm going to target these audience. So we'll have so many business plannings, right? Does all the time our plans go according to our will or our planning? Yes, thank you. It doesn't go all the time, because if it happens that way, everybody will be pre-prepared only. So in the case of TikTok also, the same thing happened. Overnight, it went viral and everybody wants to download it immediately. But now you don't have the server capacity. And your both servers are firing up. And we see this commonly in all of our colleges or universities when the results are being announced, right? When the results are being announced to the students for all the years, they want to try out their results, like they want to check it. For most of the people, it will say, server is busy or server is loading, server busy, all those things. So we will tell them, like, wait for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or wait for half an hour, you will get it. Try. Because we are most of the colleges uses servers which are physical, which are there in their college premises, and they can manage it. So in this case, what is a solution that we can propose actually? In this case, what is the solution that we can propose? I'm talking about, because we need to understand the case, why everybody started using AWS, right? So we need to talk a little before the cloud service, like little before the cloud came into the picture. I know today can be a little theoretic, but because it is the first day, it is a little theoretic session. But from tomorrow onwards, we'll have a hands-on session on how to launch a virtual servers, connect to it properly, and all those things. So we need to increase our server capacity, basically, right? So here also, we will invest some money and we'll increase our server capacity, and everything seems normal for the moment. But the machines are bound to break down, right? At some point, there will be a breakdown, and again, the situation seems it is not that effective. So what is the solution in this case right now? Already you are up to the server capacity that it requires, but still your servers are going bonkers. So what happens at this particular situation? What is the solution we can propose actually? A little before the cloud system came into picture. User requirements in a proper way. We need to limit clients. We cannot limit the clients. That is the more thing. And we have the sufficient servers. So obviously what we'll do is we will install an IT management team to manage those servers for you. But we can't deploy an application once and we can't sit straight. We need to give more filters, more music videos, more software patches needs to be released every now and then to keep your application updated to your customers, like the interface changing or all those things. Why do we think all the share buttons in Instagram or reels button in the Instagram is keep on changing, and more filters are adding up in the Instagram? Because to improve the user interface. But now all your IT team is much more involved in maintaining your servers instead of looking at your application, forward. So at this particular time, when everybody is so agitated about these servers, maintaining them physically, all those things, one person came into picture and simply asked, why don't you use my servers? So Jeff Bezos came forward and asked everybody, like, I have so many servers. I have too much server capacity for my retail thing. You can use some of them for building your own applications or deploying your own applications. So it is like a demigod has come into the picture and has given a great opportunity to the corporate world. So that this thing happened around 2006 and all, when no one believed in cloud computing technology. Now 75%, more than 75% of world's cloud computing market resides upon only AWS. You can understand within a span of 15 years how well AWS has been evolved. And I'm telling you, even though from tomorrow onwards we are going to see the hands-on session, even though you look at a console now, after 3 months or 6 months, you might not find the as it is 100% matched console, because AWS is constantly evolving and all. So this is how the backend happens in when we search for any youtube.com or facebook.com. First the request is sent through your internet to a DNS, which is pointed towards a load balancer, which is in turn connected to a set of servers which are in connection with database. So in those milliseconds when your homepage is loading up for any website, this is what the backend process that happens. So as the number of users increase, like in the Diwali time or Black Friday time or offer time, your servers become slow, obviously. So what AWS is offering to overcome this situation automatically without any human intervention is, as a feature of cloud computing, the moment your servers become slow, a new server is launched to take the burden and return to the normal state. And it is a complete automatic process, and that feature is called as auto scaling groups, which we will be learning in detail in this week sessions. So whenever we require a new server, it will be launched according to the traffic, and it will shrink back without any human intervention as well. Like it will remove the servers when it is not required also. So that is one of the most important services of AWS. So this is the GUI representation, and this is the AWS representation of its services. So basically, no extra cost. It just increases the server capacity. You only pay for the storage part that you are using. So you don't pay for any extra cost here. So this is what the flow looks like. A DNS is called as a router 53 service, where it maps your domain name to an IP address. Load balancer is an elastic load balancer, and the servers are called as EC2 servers, elastic compute cloud servers, and the database is called as relational database, which are in turn in connection within a private network called VPC, virtual private cloud. So these are all the important services that are provided for any organization by AWS. So hopefully I will be showing it to you, AV, EV, CSD and M. So practically we are going to see how it is going to launch new servers whenever we require it. So this is what the global infrastructure looks like. Till last year, we have only one region, which is in Mumbai. But this year, a new region in India has been launched, which is in Hyderabad. So the bug testings are going on, but still you can use it, although it has the bugs and all. So AWS has spanned itself throughout the years, and its main purpose to span this much of availability zones and 31 geographic regions is because they want everybody to use it, even if you are in Fiji Islands or you are in central city of New York. Okay. So, and there are 15 more availability zones and 5 more regions are gonna come up in it's their next target to open data centers in those areas. So even though, for example, imagine if your server in Europe is crashed, you don't need to worry for any data loss because it is being mirrored at multiple redundant locations at the same time. So, which makes disaster management is easier. And the third important rule to have this much of global infrastructure is we all use Uber, we all use Rapido, Ola, right? But if anything is not working, will we wait in another millisecond on that particular application? No, right? Because we all become cut a pass immediately to any application, however long we are using. If it is buffering, we can't wait even a millisecond, and we don't want to spend another second on an application which is not giving you the results. Like if Zomato is not working, you'll immediately open Swiggy. If Uber is not working, you have a substitute applications, right? So that is why AWS global infrastructure aims to have no latency or low latency for the organizations. So I have shared you so many government organizations which are using AWS currently. Why it is not using, it depends on the government organizations. To be frank, it has been popular all around the world since so much time. But for India, post COVID, it hit how important the cloud computing technology is and how important to have the cloud servers and what I should say to maintain it. Because during the COVID, most of the organizations went bonkers because there is nobody to clear the server issues manually. So now only from the past 3 years or past 4 or 5 years, India is emerging itself in the cloud technology basis, whereas all the other countries have started using it long back. That's why they have so many data centers in their areas, and ours is still developing country, and we are just starting out to use all the cloud technologies and all. Okay. So we'll come to the last slide of this today's presentation, which is how the pricing thing works. So it has per hour billing, like whatever you use, you can pay for it, and region specific billing, because even though dollar and euro are almost the same things, still India and some other developing countries, it is not fair to ask the same dollar, which is not equal to them, because we will be paying more than 80 times what they are paying. So that's why it is region specific billing. And we can have some savings on the reserved instances. If you have a project of 3 years or so, you will reserve the instances which will be given at a lower prices, and you can get incredibly low prices using spot pricing. So where some companies come together and bid for a server price for that particular time. So these are all the basic things that you would require in order to understand this week's material or this week's hands-on experiments, or whatever you say, assignments, everything for this whole week, because we will be looking into how to launch the servers and how to connect to it properly and all. So these are the basic things that you would require in order to start your cloud computing knowledge and journey. So I thank everybody for being very patient with my session, and for all the nice interaction that I had. And I'm looking forward to furthermore interaction to share my knowledge towards you and take all your knowledge towards me. So thank you so much for giving this opportunity. And I thank all the dignitaries who are there here in this session. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was fascinating and knowledgeable session. Dear faculty and friends, Brinovision Solution India Private Limited is an organization which deals with internship, academic projects, online courses, workshops, faculty development program, and to hire a perfect skilled candidate. Let us have a quick demonstration of the Mega Faculty Training Program. For more information, please visit the link available in the chat box. For your betterment, we are presenting the same. The eligibility to participate in the faculty development program are: the faculty should be a working professional, or a faculty who is looking for upskilling, or a student who is searching for an MNC job. In gesture of appreciating our esteemed educators, faculties, the training starts from Teachers' Day 5th September 2023. A special curated training awaits our educators, promising an experience that resonates with their passion and dedication. AWS is a cloud computing platform provided by Amazon, which offers 200 plus fully featured services. For further more details, let us take a look into the brochure. Brinovision provides best-in-class mentorship and conducts career-oriented session, projects and exercise, hackathon, self-placed videos, one-on-one career mentors, profile building, interview preparation, dedicated job portals, placement services, executive alumni status, assured interviews, and certification. Training at Brinovision provides practical learning, real case example, interactive teaching, experienced teachers, missed classes are also recorded, training completion certificate, and we also offer 24/7 support, practical industry exposure, networking opportunity, skill enhancement, flexibility, and job assurance. Letter of recommendation for support to their trainees are also provided. For further more details, please refer the brochure. Brinovision provides online training program for trainees to attend from all over the world. Online training program will be held in Zoom every day. Regular assessment and placement assistance will also be supported. Eligibility to join the program are: the participant should be a working professional, or a faculty who's looking for upskilling, or a student who's searching for MNC job. Let us take a quick look about the resource person. The resource person of Brinovision is a Paris written who've got great exposure and a person of visionary. We are working with industrial expert who can transfer the hands-on knowledge instead of the regular theoretical way. Trainers have 8 years plus experience. The way of teaching a trainee is to deliver content with a real case example. Our benefits can, for the faculty, participants can redeem 100% plus cashback opportunity by referring it to other working professional or faculties. Dear faculty and friends, the great teacher is not the man who supplies the most knowledge, but the one in whose presence we become a different person, says Ralph Waldo Emerson. In the way of thanking each and every teacher, faculty, and educators who turn everyone into a different person, we, the Brinovision, has developed a mega faculty program offered exclusively for the Teachers' Day. Brinovision has come up with a self-paced training program to educate the faculty by themselves with 80% off at rupees 499 only for today by applying the coupon code given in the brochure. The Mega Faculty Training Program has yet another value-added training for 45 days live training with 69% off at 4,999. The offer is applicable only for today by applying the coupon code given in the brochure. In the motive of educating our respectable teachers, faculties, and educator, we are providing 90 days live training with 60% off at 9,999 only for today. Respectable faculties are requested to take the coupon code provided in the brochure to redeem the offer. To register, click on the link available in the chat box or scan the QR code. For the kind attention of participants, this offer is valid only for today as a Brinovision is providing to the faculty as an inaugural offer. The offer may be increased by 5% to 10% every consecutive days, so faculties avail the best offer provided at the earliest. Use the registration link in the brochure. For further more details about AWS and DevOps, Career in AWS and DevOps provides higher demands for professional, competitive salaries, career growth, exciting and challenging works. Some of the other companies that we are for the AWS and DevOps are Netflix, Amazon, Uber, Nokia, Samsung, Siemens, and lot more. To know more detail about the same, the AWS syllabus and the DevOps syllabus have been attached in the brochure. Our achievements, our alumni are placed in the companies that are presented here. Followed by presenting you the Brinovision Families Gallery. For registration, scan the QR code. I end up with briefing about the benefits of attending the program, comfortable training timing, 100% cashback, 5 years access, 100% knowledge assurance, dedicated mentorship, dedicated portals, strong career and job guidance, certificate from corporate industry, letter of recommendation is also provided. For further more information, visit brinovision.org. Thank you.
Thank you, Manisha. I'm sure they'll grab these opportunities as soon. Dear participants, if you have any doubts, please post them in your own respective individual WhatsApp groups or YouTube live chat too. We'll wait until all doubts get posted. Over to you, Josiga.
Ma'am, so the first doubt is, what are the key responsibilities between cloud provider and the customer in each service model or any one of them?
Can you repeat the question once, please? I couldn't get it properly. What are the
Sure,
key?
ma'am. What are the key responsibilities between cloud provider and the customer in each service model or any one of them?
What are the key responsibilities of customer and the cloud service provider you're asking me? So in the sense of Azure, GCP and AWS, or only AWS to the customer?
In terms
So
of
in order
Azure,
to explain, yeah. Basically, when we have the user interface of like if you take the management console of AWS, it is much more friendlier because you don't require any coding skills to go ahead with it. Like you can simply select the options that you are, in order to create your own application or a website. Let's say in that perspective, if you wanna do some policies or create anything new, you don't need to write lines and lines of code. You just need to select all the options from the drop down menu, and AWS will actually have a JSON editor, YAML scripting editor in behind, which writes the code for you, which makes it one of the easiest user interfaces with the coding knowledge or without the coding knowledge. Because nowadays, if you take 100%, all the companies throughout the planet, 95% of the companies are looking only for the GUI made applications, because so that even if it goes bonkers, you don't require a developer or only a particular professional to rectify that problem. You see, because so many people can, if it is a GUI application, even though you are a network engineer or even though you are a cloud engineer or an administrator, you would have some knowledge on how to rectify the problem that has just emerged. So that is why, because the rest of the 3% depends upon the CLI made applications, and only 2% in the corporate world currently is looking for 100% code based applications or websites. So in that way, AWS differs a lot more when compared to Azure or GCP, since their user interfaces are a less little friendlier to the customer than AWS. So AWS is like, if you have some rigorous training of about 30 to 45 days, you would get a little hang of it on how to create any application or anything on your own, like a little baby steps. To master it, any technology will take time. But to master it, you need to have a clear concept of understanding any technology or tool in the eyes of a particular business organization. And especially AWS, if you can't understand it from the eyes of a business or an organization, you can't master it. You can simply know it and do some applications and deployments, but it would take a true potential to learn it, like why businesses are using it. Then you will understand the gist of it. So in that way, it differs a lot more when compared to Azure and GCP. So tomorrow's topic would be, like, somebody is asking what is tomorrow's topic. So tomorrow's topic is all about launching some virtual servers and connecting to them successfully and securely.
Okay, ma'am. Thank
And
you.
yes,
Yeah.
to clear one more doubt, somebody mentioned that there is no Gmail involved in SaaS applications. It is the Google Drive which has been involved in the examples of SaaS. So yeah, that's it from my end. So if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask.
Yes, ma'am. There is one more doubt. How to avoid billing when using free tier?
The simple keynote is to follow my instructions. That is the first thing. Okay, follow whatever I tell you. And the other thing is, if you want to try something out on your own, simply Google search it whether it is free tier eligible or not. So if it is free eligible, and if that particular service or that particular resource is free tier eligible, you can use it as you wish it. But just before using it, try to Google search it and try to clear everything every time you log out, like the extra resources, or at least stop them to restart them to next day morning, so that you don't need to pay the bill for whole night usage of the resource.
Okay,
Does
ma'am.
that
Thank
clear
you.
your question? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So I will not be giving any account credentials, but I'm requesting everybody to create their own accounts for tomorrow's session, because you just need to pay 2 rupees for the free tier account, and it will give back those two rupees also. So please try to create your accounts for tomorrow's session, because it would be easier to practice it when you have your own account instead of somebody else's account.
Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable insights. And thank you, Josika, for your questions. Now, we kindly urge all participants to take a moment to complete the feedback form posted on Telegram groups and chat boxes. Your feedback is of immense importance to us as it helps us to enhance the quality of our program. Your insights enable us to continually refine and improve our offerings, ensuring that your experience is both valuable and impactful. Thank you for your valuable input. Kindly note, participants, that the feedback is used for attendance and certificates will be distributed accordingly. With this, we have now entered the phase where we are prepared to address any doubts you may have. Students are encouraged to post their questions in chat box, and our mentors are here to provide comprehensive answers and guidance. I'm aware that some of you have posted, and in case if you have not posted, kindly post it now.
It has been such an honor to be a part of this wonderful session. We extend our wholehearted gratitude to our chief guest, Dr. Buddha Chandrasekhar sir, whose profound insights have significantly enriched our AWS faculty development program. To all the participants, your unwavering commitment to advancing your skills is truly commendable and inspiring. We also extend special thanks to the 250 host colleges whose enthusiastic collaborations and invaluable contributions have greatly enhanced the impact of this program. Kudos to the organizing team whose seamless and tireless efforts ensure the smooth execution of every aspect of the program. Let's carry forward this knowledge and spirit for tomorrow. Thank you.